I always made the joke that I'm immortal because I died and came back with no intervention, but I didn't truly believe that I died. I assumed I overdosed and my brain was misfiring and didn't know how to interpret the information it was receiving, so it chose to block everything out. I no longer believe that. I was done. Living with him was the worst experience of my life and I couldn't take it anymore. I felt like a failure that didn't deserve to ask my parents to come back home. I had hurt so many people and was so hurt and had so little belief and hope in myself that I thought the best course of action was to just remove the problem, which was myself. I overdosed. I just remember laying there and feeling this intense primal feeling. It wasn't fear or terror, it wasn't happiness or joy either. It was just a full bodily understanding that I was dying. I closed my eyes and thought, well, this is it. And at that moment I felt my body being tightened into the fetal position. There are not words to describe the rush of sensations that flowed through me. It wasn't pain per se, but it was related to it, I guess. It wasn't the cold-blooded terror I'm used to either. This was new. Something I'd never experienced before, but would again. I assumed I had a seizure or a stroke after the fact. I now, 5 years later, realize it was a near-death experience. That full intense sensation was me leaving my body. And as someone who's been a very arrogant and staunch atheist, this feels like two realities on opposing sides of a wall fighting to break through. I called it the void. The place I went. Because that's what it was. I was formless. Thoughtless. In an empty space of nothingness. But I was aware. I had a fundamental understanding that I was where I was, that I could not move or that if I was moving I wouldn't know it. There's nothing to reference. No sensations. Nothing. I was a consciousness that had no thoughts, but somehow knew this without thinking it. Like I'd been there before. The only feeling I had was peace. But I'm not sure if it was a feeling or just a lack of trauma. Because I wasn't me, but I wasn't someone else. Imagine being surrounded by a crowd of screaming people with jet engines behind you and the brightest flashing lights right in your eyes, and every thought you ever had was playing all at once. Now strip every bit of that away in an instant and place yourself in a sensory deprivation tank. Is that peace, or is that just relief? I don't remember gaining form again. I just remember waking up. It was still nighttime and my 3 roommates were in the living room. I feel the effects of the medication heavily, and I just remember picking up the abusive roommate's mashed potatoes to see if I could plug my phone into the plate or something. The next 3 weeks are a blur. I would have conversations with people, but as soon as they walked away, I would feel like it didn't happen. Like I was dreaming and that I needed to wake up. Nothing made sense. I felt half here and half in the void, and I'm not realizing this until now. I miss that peace. But I just wonder how long it would last.